Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Generationspodden.
Yeah.
Today we sit down with one of the owner of Stockholm's best stand-up club, the Laugh House. He's also one half of the podcast Sova Händer, and he's also this. A lot of people don't know about this fact about him, but he used to be a rapper. Yes, straight from Florida, MIA. We say welcome to the fantastic, the great stand-up comedian Jonathan Rollins.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. So you just came home from the US of A.
Yeah.
Tell me, how was that trip?
It was dope, man. I was there so I could try to make some, connections, break a little, see if there's like a little bit of imposter syndrome starting out here. And then I wanted to like get out there and see like, am I really funny? You know what I mean? It was like that type of vibe.
Yeah.
I performed in the US before, but then performing at like big clubs in LA is a little, slightly intimidating. But then I got there and it was good. It was working.
I saw on the Insta that you performed at the legendary Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I did, man. It's crazy because I do the shows that you performed at before as far as color stand up.
Yeah.
That show they have at the Laugh Factory called Chocolate Sundays.
Chocolate Sunday.
That inspired me to do
Uh-huh.
as far as color stand up because I was like, there's no like black clubs
Nah.
in America. We got black clubs.
Yeah.
So I was like, why don't we start like a black club thing in Sweden?
Yeah.
So that show inspired me, but then I went to LA and I got to perform on that show.
But-
it was like full circle.
But how did you land the gig? Because you just can't walk in there
Man.
like, I'm so-and-so, give me a spot.
Right. I had reached out before, but I figured they'd probably get reached out to a lot. And then I just was talking to a comedian that you'll probably see here because I want to bring part of my goal is to meet comics to try to start a pipeline to bring comics out here to come to the Laugh House. So I was like, this dude is so funny, man. This guy Lance Woods. Check him out, people that are listening to this. He's hilarious.
Lance Woods.
He's funny on social media, but he's really funny stand-up wise too. A lot of the social media people aren't good stand-ups, but this dude, stand-up comic. And he was killing it, man. You know when jokes so good they make you jealous?
Yeah.
Like, why ain't come up with that? It's so, like, it's right there. So that's how it was. And then I had to go step to him and ask him about if he's interested in coming to Scandinavia and tell him I'm trying to do that, get in touch with him. You know, I just shot my shot, see if I can get him out. And he was interested. And he was like, how long you going to be here? And that's when I was like, I'm going to be here. It was like my first day. I was like, I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. But I'm just trying to grind too, see if I can get on some stages. And he was like, oh, you a comedian? Then he said, how long you been doing? I was like, 10 years. He was like, shit, hold on a second. And he ran inside and he came back out like, you want to go right now? And I was like, yeah. He was like, all right, I'm going to put you at the front of the next show. And cause the lady there booked me for it. She was nice. And she trusted him and they got me on. And I did my thing.
So how was the experience?
It was dope, man. It was like there was a little faster of a laugh. It's weird. It's just like nanoseconds, but it means something. Like it's hard to explain, but it's like they get you.
Yeah.
It's like my people, and I always felt like an outsider.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes even just like being a black man, you feel like an outsider.
Yeah.
In America, and then like coming here, then I'm an outsider again as an American here, but then an immigrant, but then black here. You know, there's so many things. And then it's like every time I perform in the States, I feel like an outsider. But then because I didn't get to start there, I started here. I know the Swedish audience better as far as stand up, but I know America, culture better than anything else.
Yeah.
It's like I'm performing for my people for the first time like that. So it was a dope thing.
Were you more nervous than generally, or?
Nah. Now, I mean, it was a short set. I know that. I've been doing this long enough. I was like, I'm good. Yeah. The worst thing people worry about is a heckler, but I can. That's one thing I'm good. I can handle something on the spot. So I'm good. I was good.
So how would you compare the Swedish audience compared to the American? Do they laugh at the same stuff, or did you see any differences?
I think the Swedish audience is more self-conscious.
Yeah.
Like they're more. It's almost like everybody is doing it. It's almost like everybody's at a work gig. You know what I'm saying? Like it seems like the audience thinks their boss is there.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of feel like the vibe is. That's why you know, as a laugh, we turn them lights off.
Yeah.
I want people not to know.
Who's laughing?
Yeah,
at what?
think less about it because
Yeah.
it feels like everybody's so self-conscious.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to the jokes, if the jokes go a little bit away from safe, then people kind of tighten up. You can feel the tension.
Yeah.
But the American audience, it feels like they just ready. Bring it on. Go wild. Like, and they're engaged in a way that's almost on the verge of scary. So like, if like you can feel like somebody might just talk to you. Like if you talk to somebody, they might say something funnier than you might. You better be ready. And that's what kept me from doing comedy for a while. Cause I got uncles. I'm like, I ain't funnier than them niggas, man. There's some funny dudes. Like, how can I do this professionally when my uncle, who like, you know, works random jobs in maintenance, is hilarious. Like, ain't no way I'm funnier than Uncle Eddie. How am I gonna do this? And then, you know, I finally.
So did your uncle inspire you to do comedy?
I mean, I always wanted to do stand up. Yeah. Like one of the first things I watched, like full length things I watched, was like my grandmother always had these VHS tapes underneath the TV. You know, back you had the TV on the cart. You got the you got all the little tapes under there. Yeah. Eddie Murphy Raw was right under there. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Eddie Murphy Raw was after Delirious. So I saw Raw before I saw Delirious.
Okay.
So I went back and watched Delirious later, but she had that tape, and I watched Raw I was at my grandmother's house almost every weekend. I watched Raw so much. I thought it was so cool that this dude was doing this. I thought they make it up on the spot. So I said, he made all that up right there. And then I watched the best. I was a huge Eddie Murphy fan, so I watched Best of Eddie Murphy Saturday Night Live. Then I started watching other stand-ups. I watched my mom and her boyfriend at the time went in to watch Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy. That's when stand-up used to come out in the theater. Yeah. And they watched that, and we had to go watch the movie with the giant baby. I don't know. That was the same time. So I watched some little movie about a kid that turns giant and is like tearing up the neighborhood or something like that. So we watching that, they're watching that, and I was so jealous. I wanted to see what Martin Lawrence was talking about.
Oh, okay.
And I finally, so that made me really want to see it, and I finally saw You So Crazy, and that just blew my mind. That his storytelling, it was like raunchy too, and I had seen, and then I saw him on Def Comedy Jam, and I saw him hosting, and that fully inspired me as far as you see me perform. Hosting, that's all channeling Martin Lawrence, man. That dude's the best,
man. So. You started by, you saw Raw first, and then you saw Delirious.
You know what else I saw? Bill Cosby himself. That's one of the most influential stand-up comedies I've ever seen.
Yes?
Yeah, Bill Cosby himself. I mean, if you break down my comedy, there's like a mix of Martin Lawrence. I guess no, not so much Eddie Murphy, because Eddie Murphy, now that as a comedian, I see that it's almost all impressions. If you break it down, it's like almost, he's just great at doing impression of either people you know or people he know. You know what I mean? So that's not me so much. But Martin Lawrence, with the kind of edge, I'm like almost on the edge, but then friendly enough where they're not freaked out. And then Bill Cosby, just stories. Yeah. And I think I'm a combination. I try to be a combination of those. I'm not, I mean, they're two legends. I can't just be like, but Bill Cosby himself was one. Because I could watch that with my mom. Yeah, I can't watch Martin. I got to sneak and watch it. I don't know. My mom beat my ass about it. You know what I'm saying? Put on some cursing and stuff. Nah. So I couldn't watch that with her. But I watched the Martin. I'm sorry. I watched the Bill Cosby himself because he never cursed. Matter of fact, his biggest laugh is him cursing. And it's not the funniest joke. If you watch it, and he sits down the whole, I don't know if you've seen it, he sits down the whole special.
I never mind.
You're not a big Cosby fan? I just like that he sets it all up nicely. It's all like day-to-day stuff that you don't, it's another thing like, damn, of course I go to the dentist and they say don't put anything in your mouth, and the first thing they do is put a metal in your mouth. Like it's like, it's so right there. Yeah. And he tells crazy stories and he's funny and acts it out. Sound effects, he doesn't get credit for the sound effects and stuff. I mean, you know, his personal life, he was a better person. No, I'm just kidding. So his personal life would turn you off, but the stand-up inspired me so much that I got to watch it because he didn't even use profanity. I could see that somebody could be funny without cursing.
Okay, so what is Jonathan Rollins' top 5?
Top 5 comics?
Yeah.
Ooh, man, bro. I should have thought. I read this. I should have thought about that. Well, I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be on the spot.
Bill Cosby is in there. Martin is in there. Right?
Top 5. Nah, I mean now. I was talking about inspired me and my style, but I won't say they're the best. Like they're the top 5.
Man, okay.
They did inspire me. I guess I'm not me without seeing that. But then I've seen so much. I mean, it started me watching so much. I mean, I would sit up and watch. I used to have this this theory, or not theory, but this like mantra that I would say, like if they made it, they spent the time making it, I could take my time watching it. So if somebody did a little special 30-minute special on HBO, I would watch it. So I've seen so many stand-ups. So there was a time when I thought like Dane Cook was amazing. Like he was just the way that he did it was just so. I even have a line for one of his jokes as a tribute to him in one of my jokes. It's not a joke or punchline. It's just like I say one thing from him just because he inspired me too. But
so he's in there, Dane Cook?
Not top 5. I can't say Dane Cook. That's hard because I got to say like obviously Dave Chappelle, because I think for what it's worth, that special is that special, he goes from joke to, now that I know what stand-up is, he goes from joke to joke, transitions it so smoothly that it's almost like the whole special is one long joke. Yeah. And that's when I write my act, I'll try to do the same thing. So I think that might be the best special. And then there's, man, I really like Jim Gaffigan, man.
Who?
Jim Gaffigan is a dude. He's known for his joke where he goes, hot pockets. He has like he'll talk about mundane things and he'll just boom, boom, boom. And I like the story of him too, of this like deeply Catholic dude with his wife was a comic and now they work together to write his act together. I think that's cool that he's allows people to know that, you know what I mean? And he writes, he's always active, but he could be dirty, but he doesn't do it in his act, but he can do clubs or theaters. He's one of those. That's why I like people like him, and like Deion Cole is another one too.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan. Right.
Yeah, he's one. John Mulaney's another one like that. I really like him too. That's these dudes that can tell stories from the life and that's just great. I like storytellers.
Deion Cole?
Deion Cole's up there, man, because he's a writer.
Yeah.
So I love what he does. He turned the theater into a club, man. He's got a special where it looked like he turned the theater to a club. So like,
but he's starting to get hot right now. He
yeah, but I've been a fan of his. He used to be on like Conan O'Brien. He was a writer on there. Yeah. He was on the show Blackish. So he's been in the scene for a while, man. I think he's in his 50s. Yeah. But he just he's an example of black don't crack, but he's also just so funny. I saw him when I was in LA too. Yeah. I was just like, man, he has a show every night. Every like Monday, he's doing something at the Improv where he's just like working on jokes because he's such a writer. Yeah. So I think, a lot of, especially American comics, a lot of style over substance. But he's both. He's like, really good. And then Bill Burr, another one. How many have I said?
This is the fourth one. Yeah.
Damn.
So one more. You said Chappelle. You said Dion.
Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan.
I said John Mulaney. I wouldn't put him in the top 5.
You didn't put him.
No. But he's another one that I would say is up there. Bill Burr. Yeah.
Man, this is tough for you.
It is tough, yeah, because so many comments. Like, there's people who inspire me, like Sinbad. I thought Sinbad is insanely good. Yeah. He's underrated, insanely good comic. I think, like, another one that people don't talk about, Sarah Silverman. I think she's a beast of a comic.
You think?
Yes. And then right now, Nikki Glazer is another one that's just, like, killing it. And doing the roasting is getting her popular. But then, to me, that just shows the best writers. Yeah. So I think I would... And I watch anytime she comes out, Nikki Glazer. I might put her in. Yeah, I'll throw Nikki Glazer in right now as the top 5.
Man, your top 5 might change tomorrow.
It will, yeah. That's why it's tough. It's tough, man. I might see somebody like, damn, you seen that Cat Williams?
Yeah.
I watched his last one.
How come you didn't mention him? It's crazy, but because when you said Cat Williams, I thought about Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's a big inspiration for me, but you know how I operate outside of stand up. Yeah, he inspires me just as like a person. As like
a hustler.
Yeah, like trying to build something and like and it seems like he thinks more about like obviously himself and building his thing, but it's also bringing people up with him, and that's how I try to look at things too. Like what I'm doing for as far as Sweden, I'm trying to like help the scene here, and eventually maybe Scandinavia too. You know what I mean? I'm thinking like that. In that respect, Kevin Hart is that dude. Yeah. He used to be when he was. I think you lose it though. Even Dave Chappelle, like when you it's so much light on you, you can't really grind it out like that. No. So like when he was grinding it out, Kevin Hart was head and shoulders. He was one of the best. Yeah. Which is why he's where he's at now. Yeah. So like, but I can't say like when he puts his next ones out, I watch it every time. But it's not like I would say it's the best ones.
Okay, so
we can't even. We don't even name them. But you know now you understand where I'm at. I can't just say 5.
It's like I open up like a gate and all of these comedy legends just kept flowing. You're like,
yes.
You were
matter of fact, I gotta redo it.
One and then
I gotta redo it.
Okay, redo
Definitely in there is Richard Pryor.
Hey man, that's
he
the Godfather.
Is a flawless comedian,
right?
A flawless comedian. Yeah. He is to me the best ever, pound for pound. If we're gonna use a boxing term, he's pound for pound the best comedian ever. That's what I would say. I'm ashamed that I didn't mention it because he can do setup punchline. He can do stories. Yeah. He can do just one liner if he needs to, and he can do act out. Characters, Mudbone. Like it's like, come on, man, this dude. So he's the best ever. Yeah. I forgot to mention. I shouldn't like mentioning Bill Cosby and not mentioning Richard Pryor. I should be ashamed of myself.
But Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby inspired. Bill Cosby inspired Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about their careers, that's a testament to the whole find your voice thing that they talk about in stand up. Where it takes, people say so long to find your voice. I feel like, personally, my take on that is if you start older, like I started in my 30s, it's not going to take as long to find my voice. I know what I think's funny. I know what I'm comfortable with. But it's more being comfortable on stage. And I think Richard Pryor tried to do the Bill Cosby angle at first, especially with the whole gatekeeping that goes on where you got to have the one black guy. Yeah. That's no longer the case, thankfully. But he started out with the suit on and being really proper and telling these friendly, harmless jokes. Yeah. And then you could tell he's just like, nah, that's not me. No. And then he finds his voice. Yeah, finds his voice. Motherfucker, tell me. Invented the white voice. Yeah. Everybody does the white voice. Richard Pryor was the first one.
What would you say is the white voice?
The white voice is like, I don't know where you guys are coming from. When every comedian does that, white guy came up to me. Even Martin says it in, he's talking about the riots, and he's like, can you tell me where to find the toothpaste? You know, that whole thing. Everybody that began with Richard Pryor of the white voice. White guy talking to me like this, and then,
Okay, so Jonathan, worst gig? Your worst gig?
Man. Early on, man, I had a gig. Otto Carlson.
Yeah.
He can go to hell.
Shout out to Otto Carlson.
Shout out to Otto.
We love you, boy.
Yeah, we do. Otto, I don't know if you knew him back then, but he used to be known as the grinding comic. He would find a gig every night. He worked his ass off. And he started just before me, and I was inspired by that, watching him grind. So then he asked me to come with him to do like a local gig, like at a rec center for kids and stuff. And I was like, hell yeah.
Which ages?
They're all. This motherfucker. It was at this little after school program type thing. Yeah. He was booked to do it. I'll tell you 2 Otto stories real quick. Yeah. This one was the worst gig though, and then I learned a lot from Otto actually. But I went to this gig in Husby at this little free tees gourd, and the kids were there, and he told them like we needed to be dark, and they're like, well, either we have lights up or lights down. That's all they can have. They didn't have a spotlight or anything like that. And this is technically a corporate gig, and those are the worst anyway. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, okay, he said, just turn the lights off. It's better than lights on. The kids, I'm doing English. The kids were between, I don't know, 7 and like 17.
Okay.
So,
all ages.
That's what I said, all ages. So it's like, oh, damn. So I hadn't seen the crowd yet. All I knew is that it was going to be dark. Yeah. And I just go do my shit. Back then, I had 12 minutes total. Maybe 15. I could squeeze 15. So I'm going to stick to my shit, you know what I'm saying? And So I come out to open for Otto at this free tees court. It's pitch black.
Mm.
And I just started like, fuck it. I just started going into my jokes. And then Otto realized it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he's just like, turn the lights on. So in the middle of my shit.
Why? Because they couldn't see you?
They couldn't see me. Yeah. They still couldn't see my black ass. He forgot I was black. so they turned the lights on in the middle of and it was a young, had to be like either preteen or like he had to be around 12, 13 years old. Lights come on. And I could tell I saw this kid like, later that kid might be a future comedian is what I was thinking. You could tell he had the class clown vibe. Mm-hmm. And the lights came on. He said, "Oh, he a nigga." And I looked down at the kid. I was like, "Well, he not wrong." I was like, okay. And then I could tell the kids in the back, they were so young. I didn't know they were so young in the back. Yeah. They don't know what I'm saying. Nah. And then I decided to do my jokes that were more childish. Like I had a joke about my first prostate exam. Not exam, but I had a joke about going to the doctor and then the doctor being like, "Oh, we're going to check you right now." And I'm like, "Oh, shit." Standard prostate exam. Yeah. So on the joke, one thing about Cat Williams I like, stool use. He used the stool.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one thing I try to do. Every time I write an act, I always try to have something where I use the stool somehow in a funny way that's not traditional. This way, I would lay on top of the stool and I would try to the joke is that I'm trying to find a way to be comfortable, like do it right. And I'm misunderstanding the doctor because my Swedish leaves when I realize I'm about to get a finger in my ass. So I can't understand what he says. So I'm doing all this weird shit on the stool, right? Yeah. I know the kids are like that. I'm acting that out. I'm swinging my legs around and all this stuff. So, they like that part. And I had a joke where my kids calls me a pussy when he's trying to say prusit. So they like that too. But the rest, it was just like, they just moving around. I was just bombing in front of kids. It felt like. Until I did those jokes, and then I got out of there. And
it's so hard because you have 7 years old up to 18, 19 years old. That's a big difference.
And some of them just don't know enough English to get it, And my jokes are And afterwards, me with my irrational confidence, I'm like, that wasn't so bad. It could have been worse, you know what I'm saying? So then I went back to the back. We're like going to collect our money, and I said to the lady, I was like, I had a good time. It was fun. She said, "Did you?" I was like, I guess not. I guess you thought I sucked. Thank you, ma'am. I walked out of there with my little probably 1,000 crowns or whatever it was. I mean, happy as hell.
At least you got paid.
I got paid. I forget what Otto paid me, but I got paid and I did my little gig in Husby. That was probably the worst. I've had some bad ones, but that's probably the worst.
Okay, the best though.
The other Otto thing was one time I saw, like, he showed me, I watched him, because Otto's sweet guy. Yeah. Really nice guy, thoughtful. And he's a comedy nerd kind of, so I like to talk comedy with him, and, we could run each other's jokes by each other. He'll take tags from me, give me tags, stuff like that. But I went with him to a high school. I don't know why I followed this nigga, man. Took me to a high school, and he was like an asshole to the guy, to the organizer. And I had never seen Otto like that. And this was after that other thing. Yeah. But I was like, all right, we'll do this. I'm expecting something like that. But he was like, we went beforehand, and he was talking to that dude, like, you need to do this. You need to do this. You need to tell them kids shut the fuck up. He was like talking like that. And the dude was like, yeah. The dude was kind of almost like scared of Otto, you know? And I was like, yo, why are you talking to a dude like that? He was like, I need him to know how important it is that we have a good gig. And when we came out, the dude went out before us and was like, hey, everybody, y'all need to shut the fuck up. It was like, not like that, but he was just like, everybody, listen, pay attention, show respect, laugh, clap, blah, 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 all the stuff. And then I came out, and it was such an easy gig after that. He had made them put the lights right, like all the conditions for stand-up to make it as good as possible for us. Yeah, I learned that from him just being out of character, in my opinion, being a dick to this dude. Yeah. So now when I go, I'm kind of like that when I go for a corporate gig. I go before
professional, man.
Yeah, I learned that. But best gig, man, that's that Chocolate Sundays one is up there. The one I just did. Yeah. You know what? I did Scala. It's my first theater. Yeah. And sold it out. So that's probably my best gig, man, where I felt like it was the closest I'm going to get to Martin Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to the Martin Lawrence Youth. I'm doing I did an hour and whatever, like hour 20 minutes out there, just me and the stool and the table and the water. You know what I'm saying? It was like that was my best, man. and just doing the tour in general. There was some great gigs there, you know.
Did you record that?
Yeah, I have that. Yeah. I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah.
I recorded that one. The problem is that I still do some of those jokes, and they got better.
Mm.
So, like, I would recommend if anybody, like, I might record another one. I might do it again and record that set again. I got to change it, too. Like, I'm talking about family stuff. I got to change that. I'm divorced now. I can't be talking about you know what I'm saying? I got to change the jokes up. I got a whole new stuff to do, to write, so.
But it's a time of your life.
Exactly, yeah. That's the thing. I feel like the stuff I've added that's still about marriage and stuff, I need to throw it in that, too.
Yeah.
And just film it and put it out there. But I have that filmed.
Cool. We're going to switch gear for a moment.
Okay.
We're going to talk about your home country, the U.S. of A.
Yeah, best country in the world, man. They're doing great things right now. Tell me where we did something wrong.
There's a lot going on.
There's
a lot going on, man.
Yeah, I got a lot to say.
So, yeah, man, what's your take on it? Like,
I'm a prior military. I don't know if you knew that. I was in Air Force.
Military?
Yeah, I was in the Air Force for 6 years.
Yeah.
So I am what I would call an extreme patriot.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really love my country, but I think I do patriotism the right way. I think everybody feels they do it the right way. Mm. But I feel like my version of patriotism is wanting my country to be what it says it is, what we're taught growing up that we're the best. And I realize we're not. Mm-hmm. So I'm very critical of America out of love. So, I mean, I grew up in a strict home, and the parenting I got was very strict like that. I'm going to get my ass whooped if I do something wrong. I feel like we need our ass whooped as a country, and it looks like it's happening right now. Anyway, so I'm kind of like, good, now we get better. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Yeah. That I like the intention of, the stuff we say. It sounds good, this country that's built of immigrants and, this where you can go and thrive and all that stuff. But then in actuality, we are creating this class divide where all of the money is going to just a very few people, and a lot of people are struggling. And sometimes I even say this, that we're clean water away from being a third world country. If we just look at it, like, this is what, like, when I look at my friends and people maybe would go out and protest or vote or, strike or whatever if they could afford to. It's like, it's so bad. Like, your distraction is paying bills. It's such a crazy thing. And I think about it as a former member of the military who lives in Sweden, and people ask me, like, oh, how does it feel to live in Sweden? It's a socialist country. They give us. It's like, I lived in it for 6 years when I was in the Air Force, because the military is a socialist lifestyle where everything's taken care of. You have free medical. You have healthcare. You get paid extra if you live off base. You know what I mean? You get money for groceries. You get all of the stuff. You live a socialist lifestyle. And then I moved here, and it's the same. So it's not that big of an adjustment for me in that respect. But it's also realizing that maybe that's why they don't give everybody the other shit, so they can keep funneling people into military, making life so hard for people. So, yeah, it makes me sad, and I don't feel like it's gonna get any better either, because it's like the only thing we got is what, the Democratic Party. If we're talking about politics, like all we got is that. That's our best bet. Yeah. And these motherfuckers, they line in their pockets. They want to just make it a little bit better so they can still make these corporations happy, and then make you feel like, hey, at least we're not the other guys, instead of being like, hey, let's make life better for people for real. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm, like, frustrated, but I don't know.
Okay, so what do you think about the Epstein situation?
Oh, great guy. I feel like man, it's crazy that as they talked about this stuff, man, I really didn't think it'd be as bad as it seems to be. And I feel like we haven't even, unfortunately, like, in this, like, these people who talk about the Constitution so much too, man. And I think I like the Constitution as what it represents, as a document that is living, so it can be improved upon. Like, I think that's the way it should be, instead of, if we were based on, I don't know, the Bible or something like that, then it's not. That's set
What's
in
written
stone.
is written.
Yeah. But the Constitution's living. Like, we can change it. There's, like, so much opportunity there. So the concept of it feels real, but one of the things in it, in the First Amendment, is, like, freedom of the press, and, like, we're supposed to be able to, if a situation like this Epstein thing comes up, we're supposed to be able to dig in and find out. And that's been blocked. Like, there's stuff that's supposed to be in place, and now we're just watching it all not be in place. And that was the best thing about America, is that you have 3 branches of government. Nobody has too much power. It was supposed to be not like, a monarchy that they left. Yeah. And now it's just the 3 branches are turning into this one thing. Yeah. The president is getting way too much power when, the Department of Justice is supposed to be separate, and they're supposed to be able to go in and be like, hey, here's the thing, do what you will. Yeah. And they're just like hiding half of the document. We haven't even seen everything, and we've seen some horrible shit. What are they blocking? Yeah. So like that thing is, I think in the grand scheme of things, the Epstein files is exposing the erosion of America. Like our principles is like, that should be the thing that wakes everybody up to really, really radically change, or else we'll just be, some corrupt country that has basically a king.
You killed the democracy.
Yeah, we're no longer a democracy. Yeah. And it's a young country too when you break it down too. 250 years old, and this is about over.
Let's switch gear.
Okay.
So
you don't want to talk more about America eroding?
We're talking. We're talking about America, because that's where all this stuff happening. Yeah. All right. So as an old rapper, what do you think about 50 Cent versus everybody?
I think he's a marketing genius. Yeah. He finds a way to, because he's not rapping though.
No, he's not.
So like that's.
But he represents rap.
He represents rap. Yeah. But I don't know if he's interested in doing that anymore. So he could. I mean, now you're an internet troll. I mean, I don't have as much respect for that as I did when I was a huge 50 Cent fan when he first came out. Yeah, because I don't know if you know about How to Rob.
Of course.
So he comes out with
the bottom line is I'm a crook with a deal.
Yeah. so he comes out with How to Rob. He jumps on the scene like that. That's basically trolling what it was back in the 90s. And then, it's almost like the Kevin Hart thing too, where he parlayed that into this and this, and then he becomes this mogul. And I think that's all cool and respected it, especially the vitamin water thing. That was dope. So it's cool to see him doing that, making moves like that. Always rooted for him. And then now and it gets to the point where we pick a team. It's easy to pick Team 50 because he's funny. Yeah. But then if you pull the curtain back a little bit into some of the things that he's done towards like women and towards friends and stuff like that, and business moves and stuff like that, then you lose more respect for him. Yeah. And then there's not even that shield of, hey, he's putting out great music.
No, you're not doing.
You're not doing the music thing anymore. So all we got is like he's trolling, and then he hasn't been the best guy either. Yeah. So then it's not as fun.
Yeah, I feel like he's attacking hip hop right now. Yeah, but would you agree? Because
I think we're all getting into that. Like, we got to remember the ages of people and what happens to people when, like they say, a lot of people might get more conservative. Like, how are black people voting for Trump and stuff like that? Because we start out as Smokey. If we use a Friday reference.
Man!
But then you turn to Stanley later. Get off my lawn. Yeah. Guys, please don't step on my lawn. That shit. That is what can happen. And these people, including like Dave Chappelle and Bill Maher, these people that like used to say stuff we agreed with, and then they get older, and some of them might turn into the get on my lawn dudes. And I think he's in his get off my lawn era. Yeah, that 50 Cent might be in. So we got to remember the nigga 50 years old.
Yeah, 50 is 50.
50 is 50. So it's like it's a 50-year-old man,
Okay, let's jump to another. This is very serious, and I'm very, very interested in your take on it. So, us being here, we hear a lot about the tension between African who moved to
diaspora wars.
Yeah. African who moved to the U.S. Having conflict with Afro Americans. Yeah, is that a real thing, or is it just blown out of proportion?
I have a little bit of a take on that.
Yeah.
First of all, I hate Africans. No, I'm just kidding.
Why do you hate us?
No, man. I've always, you know what? We're gonna look at. I'm really gonna go in on this.
Yeah, please do.
there needs to be grace on both sides in this conversation, right? It's a big misunderstanding because of the perspectives of the different people, right? So on one side, you might have a people that are seeing the best of us, right? They're seeing their interaction with Black America is Fresh Prince, Coming to America. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The stuff that made it into our mainstream culture that we put out to the world, right? The part that's left out is like the ills of the Black community, right? That's not put in there. And then on our side, what we don't realize is what we're fed. The imagery that we got is now, and this is crazy to me now. I still watch U.S. TV, and now if I'm watching a show late at night America time or early in the morning here, then I'll see help the dogs, help out the animals, these poor animals. For 25 cents a day, you can help this little dog. He hasn't eaten in 3 weeks. When I was a kid, help this little African child. Right? That's what it used to be. Yeah. Look in Somalia, these kids, and you see a skinny kid with a little piece of rice, it flies on their face, a little piece of rice on the side of the cheek, and we're just like, oh, that's what we're fed, right? So so our image of our brothers and sisters is what it turned into, right? And then we're also a lost people, right? Living in this country that we were transplanted, brought to this country, and we long for the stories we've heard about kingdoms and riches and royalty and all this stuff. We long for Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want, right? So we got this longing and this feeling of like wanting to be a part of something because they hate us here, right? We don't want we were loved there and we were ripped from our riches and royalty and brought here and just degraded and hanged and lynched and all of this shit. And then on TV, we only see our brothers and sisters in this state. So now we feel like, okay, it's okay, we're better here. Then when we finally get to meet some prosperous Black folks, right, that came from the continent, that are here,
the motherland,
the ones that came from the motherland, who are the people that come to America? It's the people who are, diplomats and like, educated. They already got their degree. They're coming to get their graduate. You know what I'm saying? They're coming here. They're affluent Black folks from the motherland, and they come here, and they're to the U.S. and they're like, what is this? What is this shit? Like, why are these people getting let this happen to themselves? You know what I'm saying? Why don't they care about their community? Why blah blah blah? When there's all these other reasons about that. So then they finally meet the people who look like the royalty that we wanted, and these people look down on us. Yeah. And it's like, well, fuck you then, man. You know what I'm saying? And then these people are like shocked that why are you like this? So it's just a big disconnect between the people instead of a brotherhood.
Would you say it's a clash?
No, I wouldn't say class. I would just say that it's a disappointment from both sides, and it's a reaction of like, oh well, fuck you then. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that from both sides. It's like, well, fuck you, fuck your broke ass. Well, fuck your rich ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like that. Yeah. So I think that's the issue, but I think globalization, since the internet coming in the mid 90s and getting more expanded through the 2000s, is letting us see more of the world, and we can see all the levels. And I think that's also where we're waking up to like, oh shit, well, why don't we have healthcare? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So then it's like we're seeing the different levels of that too. So I think it's going to be better, especially when people fighting it out. Yeah. But we're ignorant when it comes to, we're so isolated in America that we're ignorant when it comes to different stuff like that whole. I don't know if you heard about Tyler, the singer, South African singer.
Yeah. She's not
calling herself colored.
Yeah.
And then Americans applying colored, our version of it, which is like a negative thing.
Light skin, what do you mean?
No, if you say colored in America, then it's like a self-hate thing if you call yourself colored.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You would say black, light skin, yellow bone, red bone, whatever you say. Yeah. You wouldn't say colored because that's what they would have called you in the 60s or 50s, you know what I mean? Yeah. Before, during the Jim Crow era. So we could associate that with that. Instead of realizing people use a different term in different cultures, we apply our
But
thing.
they use... that system is still exists in some part in South Africa.
Yeah, I know, but we don't even know that part.
No,
they just attacked this girl.
Yeah,
for saying colored.
But she could have clarified better. I think
She did later.
Yeah, that it was too
Yeah,
late.
yeah.
It was too late.
I think we need to be more educated, or just
Yeah.
at least that's what I'll say. Grace on both sides.
Yeah.
We need to have grace and be like,
Yeah.
maybe this girl. Maybe we shouldn't jump to her hating herself. Maybe
No.
instead of her hating herself, maybe it means a different thing to her because people aren't all American. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when we look ignorant, and then that's why people could be like, "Well, fuck y'all."
But don't you think she should have? I mean, she's trying to sell her art to you guys. So maybe she should be more in tune. She should have listened better.
I don't know if she could know.
But they tried to tell her.
No, I'm saying I don't. No, I don't. I can't put any of that on Tyler.
Okay.
I think when it comes to just get some knowledge, if it's so simple to get some knowledge, like she can't know that. Like imagine that I'm her, right?
Yeah.
And I'm talking to my publicist or whatever. And they're like, oh, yeah, they might ask you. Here's the questions they have laid out for you.
Yeah.
They ask you, how do you identify with yourself? You might look at it as like, oh, I'm giving you a piece of my culture.
Mm.
You want to hear my music? My music represents me. I'm giving you a piece of my culture. We call ourselves colored in South Africa.
Mm.
Boom. You know what I mean? Not thinking, hey, in your country, you think everybody is going to apply the word colored to the way that you say it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think people would be that ignorant. You know what I mean? From something from the 1950s. I wouldn't think that somebody would think I hate myself because I'm using a term that I never even knew was a term in their country like that. I wouldn't put that on her.
I think but if I'm coming to you, I want something from you. I want you to accept me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think it's my responsibility to find more about you, what you like, dislike, like?
Yeah.
Because I want you to accept me. It's not the other way around.
Right. But I think she probably thought if she said that word, it was a throwaway thing for her.
Yeah.
Like you can't be prepared for everything. Like
Sure.
So I don't know. I feel like there needed to be grace on our side and realization. Like, oh shit. Like to me, I'm like, oh, I learned that they say this in South Africa.
No,
Cool.
I knew, man.
You knew that, but me as American, I didn't know that, and now I know. And that could have been it. Yeah, that could have been. I know, but it's not like, oh, she hates herself.
No.
Where'd that come from? Yeah, so little stuff like that. That it just shows like this. It's annoying because it's like a bigger thing of crabs in a barrel that we say. I don't know if they say that here.
Yeah.
But crabs in a barrel of like, but then the people outside the barrel just living life great, and we're all fighting at the bottom.
Yeah. Speaking of music, so who do you listen to nowadays? Name one Swedish and one. If you want, you can name an American artist too.
Swedish, I like. Shout out to Stor. I like that. Stor. Yeah. I like. Of course, you know, you got. When I first got here, man, I became an Abidaz fan.
Yeah, man.
But that in the oot is still. I throw that on every now and then, man. Because I don't know. I know he doesn't rap like him, but something about him is Rick Ross energy.
Stu, right?
No,
Abidaz.
Yeah. And that makes, and that's my guy, Rick Ross. So it's representing
home
Miami.
team, right?
Yeah, home team. Yeah. So I'm always about the home team music. Yeah, and he's lyrically gifted too, and he can ghostwrite and all that stuff. So I'm always like that. But here, I got really into the hip hop when I first got here, and I'm surprised. I mean, I have that Swedish on YouTube. I react to Swedish music. I don't know if you knew that. But I knew. I listen to Swedish music on YouTube as a thing, and so I've heard so much. And Swedish music is just well produced. Yeah. And the rap is no exception. So good production. So I really like. I play it when I go to play for my cousins and stuff. Like, yo, check out how it sounds in Sweden. Like, it's such good production.
How did
they like? Oh, shit! I don't know what he's saying, but that shit hard. You know. That's my cousin. Talk about it. Yeah.
All right. So you're a big Ross fan.
Yeah, Rick Ross. I like. I've been. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I've been listening to that new Kanye that came out.
I missed it.
Yeah, it came out a couple weeks ago.
Was it good?
Man. It seemed like he's trying to get back in our favor.
Yeah.
Yeah. He went kind of.
He learned the hard way.
He went back on it, and he had to learn the hard way. But it was pretty good, and. I don't know. I like the dude from the South, man. Big X the Plug. I like the younger dude. I like him too.
I'm the biggest.
I was listening to that on the way here. Not that song, but I was listening to him on the way here.
Hey man, that guy, you have to enjoy him right now because he's just a heartbeat away from a heart attack, man.
Yeah.
That guy is big.
Yeah,
big.
man. Yeah, I hope they realize it, man. I always think about that with Big Pun.
Yeah.
When he said, I just lost 100 pounds, I'm trying to stay alive. That's one of the last songs he put out when he said that.
He did?
He said that. I lost 100 pounds, I'm trying to stay alive. He said, he said it like that on It's So Hard.
Yeah.
That song, It's So Hard. Yeah, so,
All right.
yeah. But the music is really good here, man.
Yeah. All right. So we have a segment in our show called Who Are You on Social Media?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm lost on social
Yeah.
media. I'm 40 plus on social media.
Yeah. You can't be worse than me, man. I'm the worst. Yeah. So, okay. So the first question under that segment is, have you ever been on a fight on social media?
I did that more when I used to be on Facebook more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to blog before I podcasted and before I did stand-up. I podcasted before stand-up, and I blogged before podcasting.
Okay, you started podcasting.
Yeah, I had Ahmed on as a guest. That's what made me start stand-up.
What?
Yeah, Ahmed was a guest on Power Meeting Podcast. I used to have a podcast called Power Meeting Podcast. And Ahmed was a guest, and we were talking about comedy, and I was sitting there like, really? They could tell I loved the stand-up. So they started kind of joking on me that I was into it so much. And Ahmed was like, vill du köra? Oh, kör bara. And I was like, I don't know Swedish. He was like, you could do it in English here. And then that's all I needed to hear. And I just signed. Later, I hit him up privately and asked him who do I contact. And he put me in touch with Thomas, and then I started at Big Bear.
Yeah. Shout out, Ahmed.
Yeah, shout out to Ahmed, man. It's that dude.
Okay, so you've been on a fight. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I was
in
on
a
Facebook.
Fight.
I was on.
What's your record?
It was a lot of. It was like a lot of Americans as I was going through my journey of de-Americanizing. I'm not fully de-American. I'm so American to the core. I don't think it'll ever shake out of me. But some stuff of like realizing that. Of being like sad, like, man, we could do better. Like, it's just, like I said, my form of patriotism made me want to reach out and talk about it. And then I'm still ex-military, and I didn't realize how far right a lot of these guys went after I knew them, and they're all cool with me. I'm thinking everybody's thinking like me. Because as a black person, you naturally want to kind of vote, and like your ideology leans more towards helping people. It's just kind of because you see what oppression looks like from the inside. You know what I mean? So I didn't think about that these people who I thought were like my brothers in combat and all of that stuff would be going way further to the right and hating immigration.
Those people
like
you're talking about, are they based here in Sweden?
No, there was the people that are in America, and they'll say something like, something bad about immigration and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I would just call them out. And then, I used to be more like, motherfucker, I'll come over there and whoop your ass. I did not.
I'm booking a ticket right now.
Yeah, I'm ready to book a ticket because I get disability. I use my disability check, come whoop your ass, make you disabled. so I'm over here like getting like, it was hard for me not to like take it super personal. I've learned now to not take it as personal as I used to, but I used to be like ready to fight. Like, how could you, like, it was so, it feels like a hatred towards people, and I didn't understand that at all. I still don't understand it. But I'm just like, how could you be talking like that? And especially, I used to sit with you, and I used to be air traffic control. I was sit in the control tower with you and work planes not knowing that you're a fucking bigot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't like Hispanics. You used to be married to a Mexican woman, and you hate Hispanics? Like, what's going on? Yeah. Little stuff like that. I'm just like, or like somebody used to be my boss, and then they're like turning like a Trumper. And it's like, I don't know. I didn't know how. I thought people thought more like I do. But then
you thought you knew people, and then they surprise you.
Yeah, it's like I thought I provided the example. I tried to live that way for a long time. Not even realize I tried to live as the disclaimer or like the proof that your stereotypes are wrong. You saw an eloquent, educated black man. You have no excuse to say they're all like this anymore. No. Because you knew somebody who's not like that. I'm thinking I'm out here helping erase that shit from you, and you're like, oh, now I learned. I know Jonathan. I know somebody that came from the hood but isn't gangster. You know what I'm saying? Or that knows how to put a sentence together and speak properly when necessary. Because because I had a cold ass code switch, man. I'll switch, I code switch quick, and now now I'm in the boardroom with my language. So yeah, it was really frustrating to know. It's almost like I wasted my time. Thinking I'm showing y'all, but it's just that the bigotry is just stronger than that.
They choose not to see.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They choose not to see that the good in these people because they got to blame somebody for what's going on, except for the people who are doing it. It's like, look up, motherfucker. Yeah. Look up where the trickle down is supposed to be coming from. Yeah. Look up there. That's the people that are our common enemy. Yeah, but they don't see it.
So what does it take to be blocked by you?
I don't block people.
Never?
I blocked one dude, but I knew him. This nigga
what did he do?
He said some old ignorant shit. He's like, he was so, I mean, cause one thing that bothers me about the black community, and I don't know how it is here, but I don't think it's much better here either. But I don't say black community, the minority community here, but the black community is homophobic as fuck. And that bothers me a lot.
Pause.
Yeah. Like, to me, that's a twofold thing. I'm glad you mentioned pause. That's a twofold thing for me because it also shows how witty I could be to turn your thing and make you think, oh, that was kind of gay. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's impressive if somebody could take a statement, you know, like I came in there as hard as I could. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you got me. That's witty, quick-minded. I appreciate stuff like that. But if somebody is like, if it's with hatred, I don't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, or looking down on people, I don't like that at all. So I would push back on somebody. I used to say gay shit to my friends on purpose. And be like, no pause. No pause, bro. Hold my hand. You know what I'm saying? I'll just shit like that. Because I grew up around some gay people. And then once I got out the military, I got really close with a gay guy. So I got to know more about gay culture. And just hearing him, and he's a black dude, and just hearing him talk about it and just being like disappointed in my community for letting this dude down. There was a lot of that. So then I started just pushing back publicly because I feel like just like having a white ally, you know what I'm saying? How refreshing it feels when somebody white stands up, especially a white woman will stand up and try to look out for you when you know they don't have to. They could just fall back. I felt like I could be that person for the gay community. So if somebody says some wild shit about gays, then I'll come out and I'll say something back. And this dude, man, that I knew he was an ignorant ass dude from Florida. So I'm probably the only person I ever blocked. And he said some dumb shit. And it was just like, I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it was super homophobic. And he was like doubling down in the comments. And I finally just ripped into him and then blocked him. Just like, you know what, nigga, you've been ignorant since 1995. Yeah. Like, just broke down all of the shit. Like, you just like the worst type of person. I just went on a rant on this nigga, man. And then, you know,
you let him have it.
I let him have it. I let it sit there for a while to make sure he saw it, and then I blocked him. That's like what my brother says. My brother says that he likes to, if he's pissed off on the road, we both get road rage. That's not a good thing.
No.
Well, he gets pissed off on the road. He said his key thing to do, and y'all can do this if y'all want. He gives the middle finger, but he doesn't look at the person.
Okay.
He just gives the middle finger while still driving, or this way, whatever, while driving. And he said in his head, they see it, right? And they're giving him the middle finger back, but he never sees it. So he's like, he wins twice. Yeah. So he's like, that's what he said he does that. To me, that's me. That was me doing that same thing. I gave you the middle finger when I wrote this whole thing. I wait till I know you saw it, and I'll never see your response to it because I blocked your ass.
Man.
So that's the only time I did it. Normally,
that linger longer, with you.
Yeah. But I don't fight that much. I say my thing. I get racist people saying stuff to me sometimes, like racist Swedes, or like saying that I'm not Swedish and blah blah blah. And I just respond normally now. I could be petty, and I could do it. I could go out here and roast and shit. I could do that, but I don't waste my time to. But what I like to do that I think digs in is reminding them. I don't even know their situation, but telling them that I have a better life than them. I came to their country, and I in English. Yeah. I'm not even using a language, and I got a better life than you. Enjoy that. Just and then they say the N-word and then vote for SD. That's all that happens. Hey.
Thanks to you, man.
I did it. That doesn't happen often, but that's my go-to, man. I'll light them up.
All right, so let's switch over to love.
Love, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever flirted on social media?
Man, I'm newly in the game. I'm newly back out there.
So your DM is open?
My DM's open.
It go down in the DM. It go down.
Yeah, it goes a little down in the DMs. But it's not nothing crazy, man. I'm new to it, so I'm also clumsy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do, man.
What's your type? Can I ask?
I don't really have a type.
He'd be lying.
I don't have a type.
He'd be lying.
My type is good looking.
Okay.
Good looking.
Tall, short.
I mean, if I were to have to pick, I would probably pick taller than shorter.
Yeah.
I would probably lean Amazon, you know.
Lean Amazon?
I would probably lean towards Amazon, like a taller, thicker.
Okay.
If I would pick an athlete type, then a volleyball player maybe.
So you like curves?
Definitely. Like, I'm from Miami, bro.
Yeah.
No flatty patties.
You grew up with Uncle Luke.
I grew up with Uncle Luke, and then Trick Daddy, and now Rick Ross. Like, ain't no way we're going with no curves. Yeah, so curves are nice, man.
There you have it, good folks. If you don't have no curves,
don't waste your time.
You're gonna get curved.
Yeah, that's but like I try to you know, personality wise, I was married to a wonderful woman for a long time, so you know, I got used to that, so that's something I'm gonna be looking forward to in the future, is dating somebody that is you know, gives more than just good. My ex-wife was beautiful, so beautiful is good. Personality was great, so it's big shoes to fill, you know.
Beauty and brains.
Yeah, beauty and brains is one thing that turns me on, and like drive.
Yeah,
being driven, it's nice. So I get turned on by like talent and drive, and but then like of course if it's appealing, but just a lot of stuff is appealing. Like as far as you know, the looks. So I don't know.
So
I know that's a broad answer.
No.
I sound like the ultimate fuckboy. Just bring the bitches.
If she's a comedian, is that a big
That's
plus or
off limits?
Off limits?
I won't date a comedian. Sorry.
Why not?
I run a comedy club. It just won't look good.
No.
Even if she's great and beautiful and all that stuff, perfect match. One of us got to stop. It just aesthetically it just doesn't look good.
What if forget she's not a comedian, but what if she's funny and
that's mandatory,
and she's even funnier than you?
First of all, it's impossible.
Oh,
shit! I'm just like, no. If she's funnier than me, I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
But if she was a comedian, I couldn't. I couldn't because of my job. But if she's like naturally funnier than me, I love that. I love to laugh. Mm-hmm. If somebody's not funny, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Or at least not. I shouldn't say not funny. If somebody doesn't have a sense of humor,
a sense of humor, or don't like your humor. Like,
if
man, you ain't funny.
She could think I'm not funny, but if we're watching a movie and we're laughing at the same shit, we don't have to have the same sense of humor, but have some sort of sense of humor. Some people might, like, and I see it a lot here, man, people might take themselves so seriously that they forget to laugh at stuff. Or somebody's easily offended by a joke and not realizing what the joke is or realizing intent behind it and stuff like that. I couldn't deal with that. I don't feel like, I'm just like, it would be too much. So having a sense of humor, you don't have to find me funny. It's a plus if you find me funny. I might be trying all the time. If they don't find me, I'll be like, you like that one? Doing the full routine. So I was going to the doctor, right? She's like, he got up on the stool and everything. That's not funny. I'll be bombing at home. Oh, that's a nigga. She'd be just like that little boy that tore my ego up.
That was a great one.
Oh, yeah, that's a nigga.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
So I want to know if you have the big five. And when I talk about the big five, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and X. So do you have which one of them do you have?
I have all,
and let me know your name on them.
Okay, I have everything but Snapchat.
Okay.
I tried to make everything the same.
Yeah.
So just because it's the right way to do it, you know what I mean? So Jonathan and then _Rollins on most of them on TikTok and Instagram. Facebook, you just look me up, but it's a waste. I mean, I guess in Messenger I book people through there, so I'm on there just for Messenger, but I'm not like on Facebook.
Yeah.
I ain't that old. Yeah. And then what else is there? Twitter, I'm John Fraud Van Dam.
Say that again.
John Fraud Van Dam. On Twitter, I wanted to have something that was John and a mix of something witty.
Man, you crazy. John Fraud.
Instead of John Claude, yeah. So, but I don't tweet much because fuck Elon Musk. So I stopped using Twitter. I do use. I have a Threads thing. I don't use it so much. I don't have any like the quick ones, but Twitter I'd use it for like, finding clips for the pod and stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but I don't have Snapchat. Should I get Snapchat? I feel too old.
It depends if Snapchat.
That's for smashing?
No. It's
because I don't do dating apps either.
Snapchat is good for two things. For guys like us who are parents, the one thing is you can see where your children are.
Really?
Yeah.
But I got the Google stuff.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the location.
But then the other stuff is, I don't know if you.
I've heard about. I know what goes down on Snapchat. But I feel like some stuff. I feel like maybe I'm too old to be doing.
Yeah,
man.
Snapchat that's not for us, dog.
I thought TikTok was like, when the first time I went on TikTok, I felt like I was overflowing with like candy and ice cream. It was just like, what the fuck? It felt too much. Like, Instagram, you feel like you step into it.
Yeah.
TikTok, you open it up and it's like,
you get attacked, huh?
Yeah, so that was, but now I'm cool with it. I can handle it.
Okay, so this is the last question.
Okay.
So the question is, do you have a life motto? What's your life motto? You say that? Motto?
Motto, yeah.
Life motto.
I mean, I guess I have I wouldn't say like a motto, like an actual saying, but something I live by is remaining curious. That's what I try to do. I think it's got me to where I am. I think it's going to take me to where I'm trying to go. I always try my best to remain curious. Yeah. Remain curious about, romantic, in a romantic way. I remain curious about my profession, and remain curious about people and things, and just like if I don't ever feel complacent in my curiosity, I think it helps me to just try to remain curious. I think that's when people realize that you're interested in them and realize you're interested in doing something. It's like I try to just stay curious.
Okay. And what you have going on?
I still do. I still got the Laugh House.
Yeah.
I love doing those shows. Yeah. And I think if Sparks Cali stand-up keeps going well, then maybe do it more frequently. We'll do it once a month, the Friday after payday. Yeah. Got to do that.
We're doing one in May, right?
Yeah, May 29th.
Yeah.
So those are always
come check us out. Yeah. I'll be here. I'll be there.
Yeah, as far as Cali stand-up. And then, the Laugh House stuff, and then I still got Silver Hinder. It's going great. Yeah. And then I have a Swedish history pod. I do that. Teach Me Sweden. Yeah? Me and improv, the best improv comic in the country. We like we bring stories about Swedish history that we don't know, and then teach the other person. Cool. And make jokes up as we go. So, yeah, that's the stuff I'm doing, man.
Cool. Jonathan, it's been a pleasure, dog.
Yeah, man, of course. Thanks for having me on. I've been waiting to do it, man, when we talked about it. I went to L.A., but now I'm back. I'm going back, too, man, but people can hit me up. Don't be scared to say what's up, man.
Yeah. Now that you know all these social media.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people for free. I'm not going to be on dating apps either.
Dating apps? No?
No, I'm not going to do dating apps. At least I'm saying that now. I'm saying it publicly.
Why not?
I don't know. It just feels a little. Yeah. I'm old school, man. I like to say what's up if I see you in the library or something. Yeah. I might be hollering. I might be out there hollering.
So you be in the library hollering, right?
I would. You know what? Back in the day, I used to be like, yo, y'all want to go to Walmart, see what's going on over there? Go to Walmart. They be in the jelly aisle.
Yeah. So we be seeing you in the libraries and in Willie's.
Yeah, I'll be up in Willie's. Yeah, man. Oh, the produce. Oh, she holding that eggplant. She want it.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Yeah. This has been great. Generationspodden. My name is Jimmy Wamala, and we say bye.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.